Back with another YouTube video. In this video, what I'm going to be showing you guys is top 5 tips that pros use that you probably don't. Practice everything that you do. If you aren't amazing at night. So this isn't even really, this is just my tip, but just like spend that time in creative, and just really grind out if you guys are wanting to get better at any game or anything in life. So like I average like 50 to 60 pings in creative. If I can still double at it, do like 90, some high ground, a few high ground retakes, because my edits aren't bad. But just make commitment. But yeah, and so now we're actually gonna start the video here with the first tip, which is gonna be practice tough situations. So say that someone's firing at you and come here and like say you need to edit out, then practice going up against that wall, then like tunneling out or whatever, practice getting out of intense situations. So maybe you could put up like a sentry course. Like I know pros use sentry courses, which are very easy to do. Just put a few sentries down and voila. And then so the second so that's the first tip, is to make sure that you use sentry courses or whatever to get out of intense situations, and to make sure that you all overall just stay more calm. Also, make sure that you guys know the way you're gonna play before the game, because say if you're really planning to play aggressive, think out before you go into the match, okay, I'm planning on playing aggressive. I'm gonna need, at the start of the game, I'm gonna need to land somewhere. If I see one chug over 3 minis, I need to take the chug because play more aggressive and it's quicker to get off. Make sure that you guys have that mental process down. And every single time that you want to, even if you're going into the arena match, say, okay, if I want to land, say I want to land somewhere very secluded, I don't, all you have to do is get into, go someplace that you really like, and it's isolated, but also make sure, okay, so this place has this many chest spawns, this many full loot spawns. This place also has this many mats. I might need to rotate to this other place that's nearby just to get materials. It has this much guaranteed shield, as in I have this many gas canisters, and say 1 out of every 3 chests I get shields, and this is how many shields I'm gonna have. Just go through the mental process of that, and make sure that you guys know what you guys are dealing with in the game before you even drop. That's how almost every single pro has such a high win percentage, yet they play sweats. They're smart and they think things out before they even get in the game. For example, I know in one of SHAREfactory's videos, for example, he got his highest kill game in arena, which was 19 kills or something crazy like that, and he was talking to his chat and he goes, alright chat, so I know before the game I needed chug splashes. I needed chugs just because it's gonna fit my playstyle better, because they're quicker to pop off than big pods, minis, etc. So he thinks things out. He's one of the best well, he's by far probably the smartest player, if not one of the smartest players in Fortnite, and he also puts time and effort into it. So make sure that you guys, like, if you guys are actually trying to get better at the game, then make sure that you're trying your best and that you don't let anything hold you out. So that's tip number 1, and without further ado, let's get right on into the second tip. Actually gonna be practicing your aim, because obviously aiming is like probably the biggest thing in Fortnite. Obviously it's a shooter's game, and besides building, maybe building's a little bigger than aiming, but I don't know. So just make sure that you have a great aim thing. Make sure you just have a good aim sense in general. Make sure you're comfortable with it. That's a big thing too. If you're not comfortable with your sensitivity, then maybe even try and give it a few days. If you think your sensitivity's a little bit too slow, turn it up a little bit gradually each day, and by day like 5 and you think that you have your sensitivity's like good, then boom, there you go, that's your sense. But the aim thing, I'm gonna actually show you guys how to create a super quick aim course. So all you have to do is go into your island, go to creative, devices, weapons. Wait, no, it's devices, yes, sorry. So devices, go to sentry, grab 5 sentries, and then grab consumables, I think is where it's at. Yeah, so I think this is what you want. So just that, and then you just go like that, and then wait, never mind. Okay, maybe you don't want that. But just like grab the ice grenade or whatever and throw that down, so that way that you're going faster. Even if you don't want the ice grenade, then all you have to do is put down the sentries. Okay, so put them each like pretty far apart, I'd say, until you have none left, and then customize them to have ARs, and then just sorry, my island's kind of a mess here. But then like build a humongous platform. It's not huge, but whatever, and then get like an AR, and then practice your aim. It really does help. So also, if you guys did make it this far into the video, then make sure to comment potatoes. Potato. Okay? Let's spell potato with an E instead of an A. But whatever. Alright, back into the video. Hey, it's Grabsy here, back with another YouTube video. In this video, what I'm going to be showing you guys is how to improve in Fortnite drastically, and 5 tips that pros are using that you probably aren't. So, without further ado, let's get right on into the video. So my first tip for you is have a really good warm-up routine that involves editing and smart play decision, like you see here. Why isn't it freaking respawning? What? But okay, well I guess I made that wrong, but that's okay. So like mine, as you can see, consists of a sentry every single time, and me just boxing up around it. So every single pro, as you know, whenever they get on, they always go straight to creative to warm up a little bit before they even go into arena or pubs, just so that they perform their best whenever they need to. So like Mongrail, obviously he made his own edit course, which if you guys didn't hear about that, yeah, I guess you guys have been living under the rock. I'm sorry, but yeah. But also, so like, make sure that your guys' warm-ups include editing, building, and close range battle. And then also make sure it consists of just some pre-building, if that just means 90s, if that means insane high ground face away high ground retakes, then that's, I guess, yours. But like, just make sure that you guys have a warm-up routine. So yeah, so that's the first tip, and let's get right on into the second tip. So tip number 2 is make sure you guys are thinking about how your game style is going to be, and if you guys are going to need to like either like if you guys are planning on playing aggressive, think out like, okay, so there's one chug here, there's 3 minis. I'm going to take the chug because it takes like no time to pop it at all. So like things like, for example, Cypher PK, he made a video a few days ago, like his highest kill record ever. He thought through that game. He had a loadout in mind that he wanted, and which obviously did amazing with. And he also had like he even did that actually. He took 2 chugs over 6 minis, and his chat was going wild about it. And he goes, well, chat, I thought about it before even the game started, and with the playstyle I'm working on right now, yes, I'm going to take the chugs because it takes a lot less time for an aggressive playstyle, and it gets me healed up faster than minis. So he like thought the game through before it even happened, which is what is so good about stuff like that. So that is the second tip. Think your game through and be smart. Don't just, if you have super low HP and a guy's rushing you, try to hide or get out of there as soon as possible. Just stuff like that. But if you guys are ready, then let's get into the third tip. Right, so the third tip is make sure that before you go into any pubs, arena, etc., make sure that you guys are 1v1ing, doing box fights, anything to get yourself warmed up against real players. If you guys like zone wars more than box fights, then do zone wars. If you guys, I don't have a friend on because, I have no friends. Oof. Actually, I have 29 on, but we don't talk about that. So, like, you just 1v1 your friends, you know, and then it's very easy to just think about your playstyle and how, like, if, oh shoot, I need to work on building a little bit more. Oh shoot, my aim isn't great, I need to go back to I need to find an aim course. You know, just stuff like that to make sure that you guys have that, like, great thought process, I guess. So it's very important, and also, this kind of ties in with obviously everything, but make sure that you guys aren't just trying to improve in like 2 seconds, because you obviously aren't going to learn face away high ground retakes in 2 minutes. You know, just stuff like that. And you aren't going to become like the world's fastest editor by watching BH Rift for like 2 minutes. So you guys have to put time into it. So that obviously goes with anything, but I just thought I'd point that out there for anyone who thinks that they're gonna watch this video and get it done for, and just like completely destroy everyone after watching this video. and completely dominate in everything, because I'm sorry to say, but you're not gonna dominate in absolutely everything just because you have, like, you've watched 3 videos. But so that's the 3rd tip, and just kind of, I guess, a mental process. So let's get into the 4th tip. Okay guys, so the 3rd tip, or sorry, the 4th tip is you guys are actually gonna want to be like, you're gonna want to like, say if you guys are arena grinders and you're trying to get into the World Cup, then hop into pubs before you do like tournaments or arena or anything, because you guys, if you are a decent player, then you're gonna get sweats in your games because of skill-based matchmaking. And so just like, it's gonna help. Pubs will help. A lot of people just kind of want to be creative warriors, which is completely fine. But that kind of just defeats the purpose of like solos and arena and stuff. But also, so this is part of the 4th tip as well. Instead of just playing pubs, make sure that you don't, like, obviously you don't want to play with the same person every day. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't play with the same person every day. I'm saying just play with other people as well, because if you just like keep 1v1ing the same guy over and over again, you're gonna start learning what he does, and then eventually you're gonna start beating him like every time. And then your playstyle will change because you've been 1v1ing him so much. So just make sure that you guys are switching it up. But so that's the 4th tip, but let's get into the last tip, which is the 5th tip. So the 5th tip is making sure that you guys are maintaining like a healthy, like, I don't want to say a healthy amount of like time on it, but I want to say like a good amount, like, say if you're trying to improve at sports or whatever, then obviously, yeah, you're gonna spend however much time improving on that sport. Same goes with this. If you guys really want to improve, then you should obviously be worrying about like how much time you're actually putting into it. So that's really the 5th tip, is just mental, basically. But yeah, so that's the video. If you guys did like the video, then please make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want a tutorial or any video ideas, please comment down below. And until next time, my name is Crabzy, and I'm out. Peace.